The story of Leedsichthys begins in the 19th century with Alfred Nicholson Leeds. Leeds was a farmer and amateur fossil collector living near Peterborough, England. In 1886, he unearthed some unusual, massive bones. These bones were so large and strange that they puzzled even experienced paleontologists. At first, the bones were thought to belong to a giant prehistoric reptile, perhaps a dinosaur. However, this initial interpretation proved inaccurate. The bones showed a structure more akin to fish, not reptiles. This realization set the stage for recognizing Leedsichthys as a truly remarkable creature. Over time, more fossil fragments of Leedsichthys emerged from various locations. These discoveries gradually painted a clearer picture of this enigmatic giant. The sheer size of the bones made it clear that Leedsichthys was no ordinary fish. It was in fact a giant among giants. The name Leedsichthys problematicus, given in 1889 by the renowned paleontologist Othniel Charles Marsh, reflects the initial confusion surrounding its classification. Leedsichthys honors its discoverer, while problematicus hints at the challenges in understanding its true nature. Leedsichthys is widely recognized as one of the largest fish to have ever lived. This massive creature patrolled the oceans during the Jurassic period, about 165 million years ago. Imagine a fish so large that a school bus could fit comfortably inside its mouth. Estimating the exact size of Leedsichthys has proven challenging. This is largely due to the incomplete nature of its fossilized remains. Most of what we know comes from its skull fragments, gill rakers, and some skeletal elements. Based on careful analysis of these fossils, scientists estimate that an adult Leedsichthys could reach lengths of at least 16 meters or 52 feet. Some studies suggest it could have grown even larger, potentially exceeding 20 meters or 65 feet. This makes it comparable in size to modern-day whale sharks, the largest fish alive today. To put its size in perspective, Leedsichthys dwarfed most other marine creatures of its time. This includes the ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs, which were the apex predators of the Jurassic seas. Leedsichthys' immense size was likely a key factor in its survival. It made it a formidable presence in the water, even to the largest predators. Despite its colossal size and intimidating appearance, Leedsichthys was not a ferocious predator. Instead, this Jurassic giant was a filter feeder, subsisting on tiny organisms called plankton. It swam through the water with its large mouth agape, filtering out vast quantities of plankton with specialized structures called gill rakers. Gill rakers are bony or cartilaginous projections that line the gills of fish. In Leedsichthys, these rakers were extremely fine and numerous, forming a dense mesh-like structure. As water flowed through its mouth and over its gills, the gill rakers trapped plankton and other small organisms. This feeding strategy, known as filter feeding, is remarkably efficient. It allows animals to extract sustenance from even the smallest creatures in the water column. Modern-day filter feeders like whale sharks and baleen whales demonstrate the success of this feeding method. The Jurassic oceans were teeming with plankton, providing Leedsichthys with an abundant food source. Its massive size allowed it to filter enormous volumes of water, ensuring a steady supply of these tiny organisms to fuel its massive body. Leedsichthys remains a fascinating puzzle for paleontologists. Despite its enormous size, its fossil record is surprisingly incomplete. The delicate nature of its skeleton, primarily composed of cartilage, made it less likely to fossilize compared to the robust bones of many other prehistoric creatures. Most of what we know about Leedsichthys comes from fragmented remains. These include pieces of its skull, gill rakers, and scattered skeletal elements. These fragments, while incomplete, offer invaluable clues to its anatomy, size, and lifestyle. One notable discovery was a massive gill raker found in England. This single gill raker measured over 10 centimeters or 4 inches long, providing further evidence of the immense scale of this fish. In recent years, digital technology has revolutionized the study of fossils like those of Leedsichthys. Using three-dimensional scanning and modeling techniques, scientists can now reconstruct incomplete skeletons, estimate muscle mass, and even simulate how these ancient creatures might have moved through water. These technological advancements provide us with an increasingly detailed picture of Leedsichthys and its place in the Jurassic world. Section 5. Predators and perils, the challenges of survival in the Jurassic. Despite its massive size, Leedsichthys was not invulnerable. The Jurassic oceans were home to formidable predators, some of which may have posed a threat to even this giant filter feeder. Among the top predators of the time were large marine reptiles like Leopleurodon, a pliosaur with a massive head and powerful jaws. These predators likely targeted juvenile Leedsichthys, which would have been more vulnerable to attack. Evidence suggests that even adult Leedsichthys may have fallen victim to attacks from these apex predators. Another challenge for Leedsichthys would have been competition for resources. Other large filter feeders, such as some species of plesiosaurs, also inhabited the Jurassic seas. Leedsichthys likely had to compete with these animals for prime feeding grounds and plankton-rich waters. The exact reasons for the eventual extinction of Leedsichthys remain unclear. It is possible that environmental changes, such as shifts in ocean currents or plankton abundance, played a role. Competition with other filter feeders or increased predation pressure could have also contributed to its demise. Section 6. Giants of the past and present. Leedsichthys and modern filter feeders. Leedsichthys, though a creature of the distant past, shares striking similarities with some of today's marine giants. These similarities highlight the enduring success of filter feeding as a survival strategy in the ocean. Whale sharks, the largest fish alive today, are often compared to Leedsichthys. Both animals are gentle giants that rely on filter feeding to sustain their massive bodies. They swim through the water with their mouths wide open, filtering out plankton and other small organisms. Basking sharks, another type of large filter-feeding shark, also exhibit parallels with Leedsichthys. These sharks have massive gill rakers that resemble those of the Jurassic giant, further emphasizing the effectiveness of this feeding mechanism. The similarities between Leedsichthys and these modern filter feeders extend beyond their feeding habits. They all share a similar body plan characterized by a streamlined shape, large mouths, and relatively small fins. This body plan is well suited for efficient movement through water and for maximizing water intake during feeding. Section 7. Lessons from the deep. The importance of studying ancient giants. Studying ancient giants like Leedsichthys provides valuable insights into the history of life on Earth and the evolution of marine ecosystems. By understanding how these creatures lived, interacted with their environment, and eventually went extinct, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and fragility of life on our planet. The study of ancient marine giants also has important implications for modern conservation efforts. By understanding the factors that led to the decline and extinction of these creatures in the past, we can better protect the giants of today's oceans, many of which face growing threats from human activities. For example, learning about the feeding habits and habitat requirements of Leedsichthys can inform conservation strategies for whale sharks. These gentle giants are currently listed as endangered, and understanding the factors that contributed to the extinction of their ancient counterparts can help us better protect them. Moreover, studying the impact of environmental changes on ancient marine ecosystems can provide insights into the potential consequences of climate change on today's oceans. The fossil record serves as a valuable archive, offering lessons from the past that can guide our actions in the present. Section 8. Unlocking the secrets. Ongoing research on Leedsichthys. Research on Leedsichthys continues to unlock new secrets about this enigmatic giant. Paleontologists are constantly on the lookout for new fossils and are employing cutting-edge technologies to extract as much information as possible from existing finds. One area of active research is the growth and development of Leedsichthys. By studying the microscopic structure of its bones, scientists can determine how quickly it grew and how long it lived. This information can shed light on its life history and the challenges it faced throughout its lifespan. Another focus of ongoing research is the reconstruction of its feeding mechanics. Scientists are using computer models to simulate how Leedsichthys filtered water and captured plankton. This research can help us understand its ecological role and its impact on the Jurassic marine ecosystem. Additionally, researchers are investigating the potential relationship between Leedsichthys and other marine creatures of its time. This includes studying bite marks on its bones to identify potential predators and examining the fossil record for evidence of competition with other filter feeders. Section 9. A call for conservation, protecting today's giants of the sea. The story of Leedsichthys serves as a poignant reminder of the interconnectedness of life on Earth and the importance of protecting our planet's biodiversity. Just as Leedsichthys once ruled the Jurassic seas, today's oceans are home to a diverse array of marine giants, many of which face growing threats from human activities. Climate change, pollution, overfishing, and habitat destruction are just some of the challenges facing marine life today. These threats are particularly acute for large, slow-growing and long-lived species like whales, sharks and rays, which are often less resilient to change. The plight of these modern giants echoes the fate of their ancient counterparts. Just as environmental changes and other factors contributed to the extinction of Leedsichthys and other prehistoric marine giants, today's human-induced threats have the potential to decimate populations of marine life and disrupt delicate marine ecosystems. Protecting the giants of today's oceans requires a concerted effort from individuals, communities and governments around the world. Reducing our carbon footprint, supporting sustainable fishing practices, reducing plastic pollution, and protecting critical marine habitats are just some of the actions we can take to ensure the survival of these magnificent creatures for generations to come. By learning from the past, understanding the present, and taking action to protect the future, we can strive to create a world where both humans and marine giants can thrive.